Hello, I'm ABX Toycat, and welcome back to another live stream on the internet. Today I'm working on the Mega Map project, which, just in case you don't know, is I'm making a giant map. But to make a giant map, rather than just filling out a single one, the best way to do it, and to have high resolution, high pixels per inch, high whatever you want to call it, but a lot of detail in one place, what you need is to make a lot of smaller maps. How do you make smaller maps? Well, first, you get some sugarcane. Good thing there's no shortage of that in our world, right? And then you use the little maps to make part of the bigger map. It's a fun thing. You probably should understand by now. If you don't, you'll understand shortly, and someone's gonna jump in midway through the stream and be confused anyway. But hi, hello, welcome to the live stream. Hope you're all doing wonderful today. If you're not doing wonderful, then I hope your day gets better. There should be like wonderful, but what like wonderfuller. But wonderfuller, even though it sounds correct, I'm pretty sure it's not a word. But I hope your day gets wonderfuller, and if it doesn't, you know what? I hope that something happens, and isn't that all we really want in the world? So hello, I'm ABX Toycat, and welcome back to another live stream. I am wearing a suit today, and I could like explain it, but then like if I explain it, then it's done in like a second, right? Like it's explained, it's out of the way. Oh, also I think my face cam's covering the message. Oh no, it's literally just there wasn't a message attached. Oh, that box is a little bit too low down. Okay, anyway, so hello everyone, welcome to the live stream. Today we're making maps. How do you make maps? You use paper. Look how great that is. Oh, it's 9 paper to 1 map. I need a lot more paper to make a lot more maps. I guess we could deal with that as we go along. But yeah, for now, let's just yeah, we need a lot more paper. Let's go ahead, let's do that, because this right here is our giant map. And yeah, we'll kind of go work it as we go. Also, would you change your skin to the Ocelot suit? Yeah, no, I used the Ocelot suit for a while, but the Ocelot's just a more consistent skin on every platform. Okay, so we're gonna start with this corner here now. We're gonna go 4 to the right, and then we're just gonna zigzag our way up, and we should hopefully be good. So let's give this a whirl. Let's see what's going on. Also, use a cartography table. Thank you very much for the tips. Do appreciate it. There's one even in the thumbnail, so you know that's a thing I do know about. And also I have cartography table videos. It's alright, I know they exist. I choose not to use them, that's fine. If you could add, what mob would you like to add next? Definitely bees, right? The one thing I was thinking in Minecraft before 1.15 was we sure don't have bees. Also, Emily Azrael, Soup Boy. Thank you very much for the $1.99. That is, that is a super chat, and I do appreciate it. It's been a while since I caught a stream. Good to see you, Grave Kennedy. Always good to see you around here. Always recognize that name. I don't know why I always recognize the name. Maybe because I picture it as being something else. Also, hey there, Papa Playing Thing Feline. You look sharp. Okay, I am fascinated by the concept of suits, right? And, oh look, there's an arrow in the lava. But also I haven't sent a super chat since episode 200. Thank you, man. It's cool that you decide to do it again. I am fascinated by the very concept of suits, right? And you might say like, man, you can't do this again. You can't go off on a rant about suits, man. This is like a pretty basic thing. But like in society, like even before I really understood anything about suits, there's just this kind of status that suits are always like, given, right? Like, ooh, wearing a suit, eh? Or like, oh yeah, you go to a business interview in a suit. Or, oh yeah, business meetings, that's a suit. There are just certain jobs that are suit jobs. And I don't know why, but that tickles me. That gets me curious about like, so what is it about a suit in particular that hits those buttons? Why is it that a suit is magically all those things? Also, I could see you too, Tuari, honey. But what is it about those particular things? Oh yeah, someone had a thing recently. One of my friends was like, oh yeah, well, who's gonna, because we're talking about the celebrity thing where like, you can agree to sleep with a celebrity and not break your relationship or whatever, or your marriage or whatever. And one of my friends immediately made a joke about me, like, well, no one's ever gonna pick you, right? And your thing helped me, because I think I retweeted it, so I was like, aha, I can find this, I can find this tweet. And yeah, thank you very much. You helped me prove a friend wrong, Tawari. I do appreciate it. Also, question, why are you wearing a suit, says PandaCraft? I mean, why does anyone ever wear a suit? It looks like you rush from a meeting to live stream Minecraft. One day, this Minecraft is very lucrative right now, while it's the top game on YouTube, and it manages to be my primary profession. Who knows what I'll do after YouTube? Maybe I'll have to be like, okay, business meeting in the morning, Minecraft in the evenings. Our cave sounds in Bedrock, not the toggle, but the very concept of them, I believe, is. But don't quote me on that one. You can quote me on anything actually. Just don't quote me and expect it to be correct. So yeah, this little pond here. No, I didn't spot where we are on this at all, actually. Like, I tried to follow the maps pretty perfectly, but I think we've already broken what's happening here. So I guess we'll just make another map and see if it fits. Same map. Different map. Okay. So now once we go past this little bit of a lake, we should be in another one. I was there to say this. Okay, thank you very much, Hembasket Fire Alarms. Good to see you again. But yeah, no, the thing about suits that I find interesting is that they have this, like, elevated status in the world. And because they have the elevated status, you know, I don't think there's anything about this material. Like, it's, you know, you can get them fairly cheap, I want to say. No, actually, that's the thing. Even a cheap suit is £20. Like, a cheap suit. How is that cheap? I can buy, you know, 10 t-shirts for that price. There's just something really mystical and confusing and, like, fascinating about even the mere concept of the suit. That I don't know why, but it just, it tickles me in a very strange way. And, you know what? I had an important event to go to today, and I figured, you know what? There's two ways I can approach this one. I can approach it with my usual attitude, which is like, okay, I'm gonna try and push the dress code as far as I can. But then I was like, oh man, this is... My friend finds marriage to be a really big deal. He's one of those types of people. And I was like, sure, you know what? For you, I'll try and find an actual real suit. So why am I wearing a suit today? I had a wedding to go to. See, it's not so fun, right? It's way more mystical if I'm like, oh yeah, I had a place to be. I had things to do. All of my Uber drivers recently have been guessing that I'm an FBI agent. No idea what it is about me that, like, gives that impression away. But genuinely, I've had so many Ubers where they've been like, you know, you don't have to tell me, but are you an FBI agent? That's my best American accent. I'm slowly getting very slightly better with the American accent. Like, it's still bad. I feel like it's gone from a 1 out of 10 to a 2 out of 10, so you're welcome, chat. One day we will eventually make a 10 out of 10. It'll be wonderful. Also, nobody, IBX Toycat, Map plus suit, best content. I mean, think about it. Like, okay, think about it. Maps are a way to see, you know, maps help you understand and explore the world. Suits help you understand and explore people. People are much more likely to open up to a man in a suit, I feel like. Yeah, I had some really good chats today, actually. Also, why are you streaming at half 10 at night, says Orson Smith. Because it's a Saturday and I don't have a bedtime today. Yeah, high five for the 24-year-old gang who don't have bedtime. No, but no, more seriously, I just got home and I was like, man, I had a really good conversation. Like, okay, what it is, the thing I love is I love a good one-on-one conversation. Like, there's a lot of other types of conversations, can take and leave. But I love a good, like, when you're getting deep and you're actually discovering more about life, the world, each other, etc. And yeah, I feel like I had one of those. Also, wait until IBX becomes IBM and Toycat AI kills us all. Am I the new Skynet? Is that what's going to happen right here? But yeah, no, thank you very much for the super chat. Do appreciate it. I will try my best not to kill you all when I take over the world. I swear that much to you. Is this the same map from before? I'm going to quickly check against that map there. Okay, it doesn't look the same to me. We should be good, I think. If we're not good, then we've screwed up everything, and that's fine though. You look like you smell like melons and lemons. Oh man, I really do smell like melons. Like the whole desk here smells so strongly of lemons. Melons, sorry. I've cleaned up everything, but even my controller's like a tiny bit sticky. I should have cleaned it at the time, but I did not do that. But yeah, no, I had a really good conversation. I was like, man, this is what I need. This is what I like. This is what I like from YouTube too, because we can. You know, you can be a group when I want you to be, and you can be an individual when I want you to be that. Like Jura says, you look like you're from Men in Black and about to neutralize everybody watching the stream. You better believe I am, guys. You better believe I'm going to pull out my ray gun. Wait, oh, okay, I dropped my controller. My ray gun over here. You better believe I'm going to shoot you hard with it. That looked like an aerosol, very honestly. But you know, if it wasn't obviously an aerosol, you guys would be terrified right now. Probably. Okay, so we're going to throw that up there. And now this is our new map. We're going to make sure this is filled out. It's actually pretty cool to see how fast we can zoom through this when we have a real plan. Trying to copy Review Gras drip. Oh yeah, the what's his name? Report of the week. He's the suit guy, right? Again, like here's the thing about suits. They have this mystical elevated place. I could see the logic behind why not wear a suit all day every day, because there is like there's an elevated level of just like I don't know. It's kind of, I guess I know what the logic is. The real logic here. Okay, let's go real here. You don't want to hear this big, you know. If you go to a job interview, they'd like to believe it's like, oh no, it's just the professional thing. But the reality behind suits, let me break the illusion for you all. It's just the male version of lingerie. You know, so I don't want to reveal. You know, actually, yeah, no, this is fine to say. I was like, wait, is all of this okay to say? Yeah, you know, like there are clothes that people wear because they want to look good. That's not controversial, right? That's something people of all ages can agree on. And you know, there are clothes that look the best on ladies overall, and that's why fashion shows and stuff like that exist, because we have a general conception, not of every single individual specific, but it's a thing, right? There you go. So the male version of that, because, you know, women are generally perceived as attraction animals. Again, like humans are all animals. It's a whole problem we have. But and the equivalent of this is like, oh yeah, but guys aren't attractive to look at. You know, maybe I'm just not gay enough. I'm not gay at all. But maybe because I'm not gay, that's why it's my opinion. But like, guys just aren't very attractive to look at. So what you do is, instead of showing off your attractiveness, instead of showing off my muscles, of which I clearly have so many, look how strong and you know, powerful I am. But instead of showing off your muscles or whatever, you can show off your status, the fact that you're at a, you know, I go to meetings sometimes, guys. You know that? I don't really go to meetings, but I could go to meetings, and it's a thing in your head. So there you go. That's what suits are. They're an interesting opportunity. Also, chat's gonna freak out. This is too controversial. The funny thing, okay, can we talk about controversy? Okay, there we go. We got some controversy going, which is good, because like that's. I feel like you get some interesting discussion from that, if nothing else. Like, one person's gonna be like, "This isn't appropriate," but I love the outrage just because it proves the whole like outrage on behalf of others culture we have right now, where you don't need to be negatively affected by something, and even you don't even need to have real people negatively affected. You can just imagine people who are affected by a problem, and then you can complain on their behalf. That's where the internet's at right now. And I think it's fascinating to see, because I think it's a form of it's one of the few forms of power anyone can exercise, right? Like one of the, you know, in the same way democracy means anyone can control the country. You personally, you're not going to vote because you're probably quite a young person, like as in, if you're between 18 and 25, I think you're the least likely to vote. Change that, by the way. Start voting. Have some say over your country. But, like, you democratically can have control over your country. You democratically can have control over your local businesses, right? Like, if you stop going there, they are more likely to go out of business. And in the same way, you can kind of democratically have control over entertainment if you use this, like, ridiculous power. Also, Alex Boardmus says you're gay. Thank you very much for the 199 super chat. Thank you. Also, you look like you want to sell me a broken car. I mean, yesterday I was a used car salesman. Now I'm a broken car salesman. So I clearly have taken a step down, right? But yeah, no, it's really fascinating because like there's so many cases of this too. You see so many things of like, oh yeah, we're gonna manufacture like a someone who's gonna be offended by this. Also, whoa, bruh, moment. Thank you so much, Zix, for the £100 super chat. I'm just, you know, you guys question how'd you get the suit, Toy Cat? Because of wild super chats like this one. Thank you very much, Zix, for the £100. Not even dollars, by the way. Not your fake money that you have if you live in America that you think's real, but it's not really. This is real, genuine currency. It's not even green. It's like, you know, it's plastic, so you don't even get it destroyed in the washer. This is real, actual cash dollar. Thank you so much, man. Really appreciate the super chat. That's nuts. That's absolutely nuts. By the way, I actually want to buy a suit. This suit, I don't know how old it is, but like, it's a suit I happen to own. It's not a suit I'm like proud to own or anything. But one of the things I feel like I totally should do with like super chat money, because there is something nice about wearing a suit, you know, like in the same way, like as you know, if it's your type of stream, you could like wear like IBX Snapcat. Thank you very much, Anthony Azrael. But not 0 to 5 is least likely to vote. Not gonna lie. Toycat acknowledged your compliment because it was overshadowed by €100 super chat. Did you just call our currency the euro? That is the most offensive thing. And I've had to explain this to a couple of Americans. Like, it's kind of a joke, but I think it is real. Like, it's silly that it is real. Whatever, you can say that. But like, when Americans get the UK mixed up with like the EU as a whole, or like Europe as a whole, it's like, hey, don't do that. You know, like, I don't know, maybe it's just me. Chat, if you're from the UK, does it annoy you when Americans are like, oh yeah, Europe? And like, because technically speaking, the UK is a part of Europe. But in the UK, there's kind of like two definitions of Europe, right? There's the geographic one, and there's the kind of like us and the... It's weird. I guess that's the whole slang thing, right? You start to use slang that doesn't actually... The words you're saying don't accurately reflect the message you're trying to show, except to people who also understand the message you're already saying. Whatever, life be weird, right? Also, I love the mapping videos, because if I had to do this, I'd be so stressed and confused, but ToyCat is a smart boy. Thank you very much. Also, Tom David says, I'm very happy I came across your channel. Thank you for being so interesting. You're welcome, Tom David. See, Tom David appreciates my poignant commentary about how, you know, like, suits are basically lingerie for men. You know, he's not like, oh, someone might be offended, so better not talk about that ever again. And you know what, that's why he's a better fan than you are. Also, so we got... I don't know how to properly deal with this one, actually. We'll put these in the chest for now. Again, we can come back to them later. We'll start with these 3 down up here, and then we'll work our way over. So 1, 7, 6, 7, 7, 8, 9. And we'll start over here. Oh, look at that. It's so nice when it actually works for once. Then we grab the next 4. So this way, this way, this way, this way. And then, I think we've reversed it anyway, but like 184, 185. Oh, no, it's not. Something went horribly wrong here. I don't know what, but... Chat, what went so horribly wrong here? So that can't go there. Oh, because I did them in the reverse order, I think. So we just take them up, break them down. So we do them in order that we made them. Okay, that can't go there, but it might go there, right? That can't go there, but it might go there. Okay, this can't go anywhere that I can spot. Also, yeah, ToyCat is yes. Also, Amazon is on fire. Thank you very much for raising awareness. Oh, I have another big announcement. Not only am I wearing a suit, I'm gonna get like again. I want to get like a real wacky suit because wearing a suit isn't for me. But I could get like a wacky suit, and I feel like that would match my actual personality a lot better. But yeah, maybe I went from the wrong line. Yeah, I went from the bottom. That's why. I think that's definitely the mistake I made here. So we grabbed these ones first, then 182, 183, etc. Let's try these. That doesn't seem like it fits either. Oh, it fits. It fits. Okay, so now we grab the next row. And then these should also fit. That's not there. That's for sure. So 184 is the first one. Does that go there? It's not properly explored. We'll have to go back. But then 85, 86, 87. They're all messes, but the fact that we've got them in is good. A Quiet Place in the Dock sent $5 and says whiskey and speed. But yeah, one of the other things, I'm gonna make this announcement now. The bid has been great, but I was looking at it today and I was like, you know what? This has been a great project. I finally have, if you look closely, okay, beard cam guys, this is your one opportunity to properly look at my beard. But the beard has been going, like, I've been just growing it for the sake of growing it for like a month and a half. I don't actually want a beard. I just kind of like, I want to experience what it's like. But I remembered, like, there was a YouTuber I hated for a long time just because he grew facial hair that I was like, I thought he thought it was cool when it wasn't. And I definitely, I don't know why that was like a thing, but I was like, you know, do what you, also, how many maps do you need to complete them? It's 225, by the way, because it's 15 by 15. Do the maths, 225. But yeah, I figure, you know what, this beard, I'm deflecting insults from it, but like, you know, really in the inside, I don't really like it. But I don't want to actually defend the beard, because that's not a position I think is actually tenable. So I'm going to finally get rid of the beard. I might do it at the end of this stream, actually, but that's a thing you can expect in the soon-to-come future. Also, hello, I have nothing important to say. Thank you for the $2 anyway, Memphis Way. Also, CHF, thank you very much. Oh, Swiss francs I got at one point. Finally caught my first stream and I'm at work. Take my money and buy some bread instead. Oh, I had the best bread today. At the wedding. Okay, what I love about special occasions, because, you know, like, I thought their marriage and the love and, like, I thought there was some beauty in that. Some beauty. Not all beauty. There was some beauty in the marriage. I was actually not expecting that, so that was a pleasant surprise. Wasn't that great? Let me tell you about something way better than beauty and, you know, like, oh, man, what happened there? Let me tell you something that's way better than beauty. You know, like, you know, love and, like, the passion of two people for each other. Because something... Also, where is a shulker box? I should have one around here. Something I think is significantly cooler is free bread with, like... Okay, again, I used to hate butter as a child, but, like, good butter and good bread... people like to act like, oh yeah, the good foods are the steaks and the lobsters. The best food is bread. That's, you might think society is pretty unequal, pretty unfair. Like, oh no, well I can't have gold leaf burgers like a millionaire. No, bread's the best thing. Bread is the best thing. And you can have as much as if you like, even on like, I don't know which country you live in, admittedly, if it's a third world country. I don't know what your access to bread is like. I'm gonna freely admit that. If you live in like one of the top 50 richest countries in the world, you can have so much bread, even on the minimum wage. You look like they want to sell me a new car. My man, ship, that's what I'm talking about. See, we need more glass half full people like Ship, rather than glass half empty people. But yeah, no, thank you very much. Bread is delicious, my favorite food. Good bread too, right? It's amazing. It's, when you get some good bread, you better believe that changes not only your day, but your life, I would say. So yeah, Brett, also, Austin says, it's another clickbait video. Am I not making a mega map? Am I not wearing a suit? I think the previous ones were clickbait, right? But no, yeah, it's funny, like, I like anti-clickbait as like a YouTube style of just like, yeah, what if I'm just brutally, instead of lying to try and trick you to clicking it, what if I was just brutally honest about how intensely unappealing it was? You're so nice, it's hard not to tip you, even though I know it's not that much money. By the way, your bid is looking great. Thank you. Okay, first of all, thank you, Tom David. For both comments, they both make me feel a lot better about myself, which is a good thing. You look like you want to sell me some bread. I look like I have sold you some bread. If you don't go home and buy some bread right now, something is wrong with you. You misunderstood my rant. But no, thank you very much, Tom. I just want to finish that up and just say that the weird thing about the stream tips to me is the income, when it's £100, that's like, that's game-changing money, right? Like that's money I can do something very cool with. But for the smaller ones, you might say, well, what's the point in, giving like £1? And the reason I enjoy them anyway, because if I didn't enjoy them, I'd just tell you to get rid of them, right? But the thing is that if you, the smaller amounts just tell me like, hey, either I had a message I want to send this bad, or like, hey, I just wanted to give back. Because the truth is, every relationship is two-way to some extent. Especially YouTube relationships, it's parasocial, of course, that you know more about me than I know about you, so our relationship is one way. If bread is better, then why do you have steak? There is bread before a steak, is there not? No, all it is it's about the relative rarity, right? We appreciate the things we have far fewer of, which is why, like, I don't know, sunsets are more beautiful than the sun in general, even though that's objectively wrong. Marriage is a permanent solution to a temporary problem. Thank you so much for the 5 New Zealand dollars. My Streamlabs is not working, by the way, but everyone should use that. I agree to Bad Llama. Thank you for raising awareness of the Streamlabs that you should be using. Link down below, by the way, if you feel like tipping some money and actually giving it to me. Also, hello, I'm a trans person. There's a pink fire flame. Go you, man. Go you, woman or man. You're not. Go you, and then insert thing here. Like, whatever, which, just saying, I feel like the word trans, right? I feel like maybe, I know you shouldn't segregate communities over and over again, but I feel like if you can separate gay and lesbian, shouldn't you separate male trans and female trans? Or, trans female and trans man? Is that offensive? I think that's offensive. I'm gonna back out of this one. But yeah, go you, person. Which I can't clarify from just that one word by itself. Go you, man. There we go, yeah. Also, thank you very much for becoming a sponsor of the channel, Milk. Is it Mitch or is it Milk, actually? Also sent 100 instead of 10. I'm screwed. Oh, Zix. So just to clarify, that money, because you send it via YouTube, not Streamlabs. Even via Streamlabs, there's a whole process. But if you want to, like, you've got a YouTube. I don't know how the process works, but YouTube has that money. So you gotta, I can't help you. If you want to rework that, then that's a thing. I always recommend, obviously, double checking before doing your thing. Someone says trans is separate. No, but the word isn't, right? Like, you don't say gay male and gay woman. Actually, maybe you do. But they get different letters, right? But man and dude are gender neutral. See, man is gender neutral in the way I say it, generally speaking. But I also feel like, it's kind of weird. Language is like this ever-evolving construct. It's why it's so hard to try and tell the whole world to use. This. Okay, wait. This is a big problem, right? In one world. We have this, we have a debate that seems like a real debate. There's so many things that are true like this. But let's talk about a real big issue. We got 2,000 people here. Let me try and make the world a little bit less on fire for you all, right? Can we do that? I'm gonna try and do that. Maybe I won't succeed. Maybe I will. But for real here, one of the things that is always brought up is like, should you, have to use someone else's, usually pronouns, right? And the debate comes up, and it's like, well, I think why won't you just use them and be a nice person? And then it's like, so there's the people who want to be nice people, and there's the people who don't want to be nice people. Is how the debate can seem from their angle, right? Because I mean, you can kind of understand why. Like, wow, why wouldn't you do it? But the whole issue is the fact that, like, in friend groups, no one ever addresses you by terms you don't want to, right? Like, it's such a language is this really big, broad tool, and it's kind of like saying, hey, we should make it illegal. Like, let's not make guns illegal. Let's make it illegal to shoot up schools. And it's like, well, I mean, yes, but also that doesn't fix the problem. That's just, it's a fun argument to get into, but it abstracts the actual issue as well. And it's the same thing, I feel like, with the whole pronoun debate, where, like, it's in reality, every friend of yours is going to say the same thing, but on the internet, and you can't force strangers to say anything. The fact that strangers will call you mean names, and you can't stop that being a thing, right? That's just a fact of the internet. I've always thought that's also it is in fact illegal to shoot up schools. But I mean, right now it's illegal to shoot up anywhere, right? Yeet Dab, thank you very much. Actually, don't thank you very much. Get out of here. But just kidding. But also, what's happening with these maps? They're going really strangely. Is this the same map actually? No, it's a different map. But yeah, there's this huge debate where, like, most people like, a lot of people don't understand the English language in particular, because when you learn English in school, you learn it as if every word has a fixed problem, right? As a fixed definition, sorry. So when I say the word cat, I'm referring to I don't know, I'm referring to what an animal that is like this. But am I always? I mean, cat's also the name for a lot of girls. We threw this point before when a couple of I have dated a girl who referred to herself as cat. Was I calling her a little animal? Is that what we're? No, I wasn't, of course. Also, thank you, Adamants, for the $5. I purposely use incorrect pronouns to disarm and dissociate meaning from pronouns. Sometimes it can make an interesting run-in. Yeah, just make up your own pronouns on the spot. Like, I'm gonna call this guy. But yeah, it's a fun little. But my point was just gonna be the handsome toy cat, beautiful dad. Thank you very much, JoJo fans, Xogzo. Do appreciate it. Do appreciate it a lot. But yeah, no, there's always disingenuous debates about why things are the way they are. And I feel like that, it's funny because again, all you've got to do if you want to make something guaranteed not to happen, whatever form of progress you're talking about, is just get people in fighting about stupid, irrelevant stuff. And I feel like far too often, people take that bait. And maybe it's not a good thing. Like, if you want to make the world better in that way, then just, I don't know, educate yourself and try to educate anyone who would actually like to be educated. Because if you educate people who don't want to be educated, you cause the opposite thing. Just got here. What's the suit for? Giving up and on dating and marrying Minecraft. Honestly, I've decided that dating is just not for me. I've decided I'm just never going to find a partner that is just right for me. So I am marrying Minecraft. You're right. You got it. I was going to hide it from you, if I'm being honest, but I can't do it anymore. I just can't. It's not the sort of guy I am. I just can't keep lying about something so important to me. Also, thank you very much for the super chat. It showed up and went away, so I think it was a fast one. Also, yeah, by the way, the beard is going to vanish. Maybe at the end of the stream, actually. I think that'd be a fitting way to see it go. Also, this map is literally just blue. I don't know how to, like, both of these... Oh, this one's got a little bit of something on it, but... These maps are really, really, really hard to do anything with. Oh, there's a little bit of desert on this next one, at least, so maybe that's useful. But, like, I really don't even know here. Please livestream Just Dance while wearing a suit. Oh, I really like DDR. Like, I really want a DDR machine, so if I ever get DDR, I'll livestream DDR in a suit. Because, okay, here's what I love about suits. Doing things that you shouldn't do in a suit. I love the concept of taking advantage of a concept that is laid out there and being able to go a bit further with it. Also, keep the beard, Dad, says Nitro Ninja, sad face. I'm sorry, also kiss on the nose. Thank you very much. High quality super chat right there. But, oh, sorry, high quality chat. Not super chat, just regular chat. But, is wearing a suit really necessary? Yeah, it improves my Minecraft playing ability. I'm glad you asked, actually. Without the suit, I would definitely be much worse at Minecraft. Oh, wait, I want to... Okay, I'm just going to do one more map. Just to the north here. Just to have this in my little repertoire. And then also... Okay, we got that map. And then we're going to have one map over here. Replace this with that. I've made my life so much more complex than it needs to be. I have no clue. Okay, 199. I have no clue where this actually is. Okay, it's just one of these. We should have now hopefully fixed the problem we have. What made you think of making a mega map? Honestly, I saw one and I was just like, I would like a mega map. And you know, I did it. We should start a beard fund. Guys, can we donate some money so I can grow a real beard instead of whatever I've got right now? It'd be really appreciated, okay? It'd be really appreciated. If wearing a suit improves your Minecraft abilities, retry the Node Food Challenge with a suit on, says DeadMeme502. That's not a bad idea, honestly. That's not a bad idea. No, I think realistically, when you're in the gaming space, you know, you just wear like casual, lazy clothes. And I never worked out the meaning behind why that was. I just thought like, oh yeah, because gamers are cool. But I think the real thing that like casual clothes show is like, oh yeah, I'm busy with other things all the time. I know it's interesting because as I've grown, most people probably realize this when they're like 18, but maybe like I grow in terms of like emotional intelligence at a much slower rate than most people do. But I kind of realized that like, oh yeah, when you see other people put in the effort and look their best, it's cool. It makes you like the person more, or you appreciate the person more. You see more of their range, or like I don't know how to describe it, but like seeing someone put in some effort into themselves, whether by themselves or whether because of your request or input, you're like, yeah, isn't that cool? That's nice. And like right now, obviously I'm in a place where that's not really the most important thing, but it is just like, oh yeah, I'll wear a suit. I'll see how this goes. I'll see if it's comfortable. Because honestly, like, you lose some. Okay, wait. If you've never worn a suit, if you're a girl, as 50% of you roughly are. Actually, do females wear suits? Like, besides for like office jobs and also probably interviews. I guess probably most women wear a suit at some point. Wait, chat. Are you a girl? Do you wear a suit? Have you worn a suit at some point in your life? I am not trying to be offensive and or sexist and or anything else. I would actually just like to know about your suit-wearing behaviors. Thank you very much. Oh, these have got to go up a block, I reckon. Maybe, I think. We'll work it out. Oh, thank you very much for the super chat. That says, why did you not have another collab with Grian? You know, there's two people required for a collab. I don't like to, you know, what can I say? What do you want me to say in response to that? You know, I've never worn a suit, but I would. Never worn a suit. Am girl, haven't worn a suit. I'm allergic to suits. Yes, no, but I'm young, so probably one day. I'm a girl, but I've never worn a blazer. Before I came out as trans, I wore a suit to a Valentine's dance. Oh, that's pretty cool. Congrats, by the way, on assuming that's a good thing. I'm assuming that's a good thing for you. You know, you gotta always have the clarification of like, if that's a good thing for you, with everything. Like, you know, that should be the clarification for everything in life, right? Like, you know, no matter what it is, if it's good for you, it's good for me. Is that right? That doesn't seem right. There's some missing data on this map to help us get there. So we'll start with this one actually. 195 was down there, and then, oh yeah, it fits. Oh, okay, so that map can't go there. There is clearly a mistake with this one, which we're gonna have to rectify. Also, thanks so much for the super chat. We wear blazers at school. Oh yeah, there are schools where you have to wear blazers. Yeah, no, my school, way after I left, implemented that. No, wait, the year after I left, implemented that rule. They don't exist anymore, I don't think. Maybe in part because of that rule change. But yeah, no, I've never had to wear a blazer for like real occasions. Though my school did have uniform. It was just a jumper, which is barely uniform. I don't know. I feel like there is some merit to that. Is that correct? That's not correct. You know, everything about this is confusing to me. I don't understand how any of this works, but I'm gonna try my best anyway. So, where does this map go? Chat. Okay, so First of all, thank you for letting me know that girls, not all girls wear suits, but there are a lot of people that were the exception to prove that, like, okay, there are definitely circumstances. And two, help me work out where up here. It's one of these. It would be roughly one. Oh, it'd be this one. It'd be this one here, right? Probably. Yeah, that works up. So where does this go? We have a bright blue map with a little bit. Okay, where does this go? This is now the confusing map, because this just about makes sense, right? Does it go over here? I don't think I believe that. Yeah, chat, that doesn't seem right, does it? Where? That map is a copy, it's the same. No, look, this map, right? Oh, yeah, you're right, it's the same. Oh, yeah, it doesn't make sense. Do you think everything else comes one to the left, then? No, it can't go. So, yeah, that map is a copy. Okay, so we throw away this map. Let's just get rid of it. It's not useful for our purposes. Okay. So now, this map over here, that doesn't make sense to me. Also, with added flying whales in the end. That would be a cool thing, right? That would be a cool thing. I thought that was one of those messages where they're trying to convince you, like, oh, Toy Cat, they totally just added. Oh, no, I spun some things. Okay. What did I spin? Okay, let's not look at the maps while we do this. The one on top is also wrong. Do you reckon? Oh, yeah, there's an issue here, too. Oh, man, my life. There's a lot of maps we have issues with. Okay, for now, though, does that go there? I don't reckon so, right? That something seems incorrect about that placement. But also, I can't see anywhere else this map would go. It can't go over there. It could go way out in the corner. I could believe that. Or maybe over there. But for now, I really genuinely have no clue. So next up, we're going to work... so we're going to go north of the farm. Yeah, just to the north of the right of the farm and fill in this area. A little cube of maps. Should be, oh, sorry, a little square of maps. Should be easy and should help me work out where these things go. So we go just to the right of the farms. This is so frustrating to watch. Yeah, you know what? Maps are hard, okay? Maps are hard. Steak. Maybe I should just build more of steaks and pretend it's a steak map, okay? The new chunks may make it look weird on a map. But usually there's something that joins things together. That's usually my experience. But I guess my experience is incorrect right here. Also, we're going to put that there so we can make a map here. This is literally blue. It's going to make my life so hard to deal with later. But then we go right, and then we're on the farms, and then we can another map. Is it just blue again? Okay, there's farmland here. Then we go a little bit to the east of this, and we got another one. Put the maps in your inventory the same way they go on the wall. Thank you, LQQK. Good idea. But yeah, to bounce back, as we're gonna try our best to. Yeah, I'm gonna have to switch these around to make this make sense. So let's have this go here, and then have that go. No wait, 200, 201, 200. There we go. So there we go. Now we've got those three in place. We go up a bit. Oh, streaming's the worst. Like you disconnect and it's like, oops, there goes everything. Sorry, we disconnected. We're back. Pretend that didn't happen. Or don't pretend. Just, you know, maybe that was the real sequence of events. So while I'm back, we'll just pretend it hasn't happened, okay? Sorry, big issue happened. I'm guessing you don't want a religion where you are the main god, right? It'd be cool to have a religion where I was the god. I had a joke religion in school, because for religion education, for whatever reason, we had to do a study on a religion. I think we just made up a religion where I was the god. I don't think my teacher liked that. But, yeah, basically, okay, so we're going to put 202 back over here. Oh, no, that's, oh, we're doing it upside down, whatever. Okay, sure. But, yeah, one of the, okay, this is the same map from there. Open up a new one. Are we on the same map still? We are on the same. How are we still on the same map? What? How is this? Okay, we're going to open up a new map. If we're on the same map still, then something's horribly wrong. Okay, we're good. But, so one of the things, one of the themes of the wedding I was at today, because I met a lot of friends. Is Toy Cat aromantic? Oh, I thought I was, aromantic for a while, actually. I genuinely did. There's a whole story I could tell to do with that. Maybe I'll tell it one day. I won't tell it one day. I don't think it's right for this stage on YouTube. I've stored like all my every day I've ever been on. I have like a little bit of info about. So one day maybe I can make some content from it. Because you know, every time I go on a date, I'm like, you know, this went bad, but at least I've got some content. But yeah, there's a tiny patch of water that will indicate the end of this map, but I have no idea when we've got there. But yeah, so one of the themes of the wedding I was at today. You sound like an RE teacher. Thank you very much. I am an RE teacher. So kids, today we're going to learn about which religion is the worst. There you go. There's a nice controversial one. What if there is a worse religion? Can there be? Is there such a thing as good and bad religions? I feel like they're, I feel like even though they're, it's quite offensive to suggest that there is, and I think believing there is probably a offensive view. I think it is interesting to see how different religions interact, because I was at a, I was at a wedding. That's why I'm wearing a suit. It's gonna come up over and over again. You can't, if you tell me I'm mentioning it too much, then I don't know, I'll ban you. So also hello handsome cat. Good to see you, Kyla, and also welcome Moshi Man to the membership club. But so I was at while I was because there's two parts of wedding. If you don't know, I don't know how much people know about these things. So sorry if I'm repeating the obvious to some people. But one of the things is that there's like a religious part where like, hey, you join together in matrimony and all the other words. You get to make objections. I was so close to objecting. I was like, come on, don't do it, don't do it. It's gonna upset you. Like it's gonna hurt his wedding. Also, thank you so much, Moshi Man, for becoming a sponsor. But and as part of that, figurine dog. Thank you very much, Henry Dunlap. But yeah, the other part of the wedding, because like while he's going through the ceremony, he's like, okay, we're gonna sing to God. We're gonna say, will you take the bride to be your wife? Will you kiss her? All the stuff you probably know from TV, and like I think even there's like a lot of stuff that's in all marriages, even non-religious ones. But then also because my friend is super religious, the what's his name, a pastor in America, like the priest is what we call it usually, it's got a funny name too, the vicar, whatever his name is, the guy who is in charge of the whole thing. He did almost like a little bit of comedy. Like the closest thing I can describe to what he did was a comedy routine, and he was going through, and he had a little bit of a jab at other religions in there. I thought it was fascinating. Like he also, I also feel like he called me out pretty personally. I'll explain why in a second. But he was like, so, this, that. How's the weather these days? How about airplane food, right? Stuff like that. He did it, like, he made a few jokes. He spoke about how he almost messed up the wedding and they weren't legally married, which, like, to me is a sign of a bad priest, but whatever. It's fine. So then afterwards, he's like, so here's the thing about, here's the thing about love as we understand it under Jesus, our one true Lord. There's 3 parts to Jesus' relationship with God. There's he died and then he was resurrected, then he went to heaven. And there's 3 parts to marriage, or 3 parts to a loving relationship. You get married, you physically bond, and then you get to know to love each other. And he said something along the lines of, it's 1, it's 2, it's 3. You marry, you bond, you learn to love each other. Wait, no, you love each other, you marry, then you physically bond. And then he called it 1, 2, 3, right? So like 3 steps. You love each other, you marry, you physically bond. And then he like he says it over and over again, kind of like how Steve Jobs is like, it's a phone, it's an internet communicator, and it's an iPod. A phone, a communicator, and an iPod. He does the same thing, but like 1, 2, 3. And so his whole thing was like, so that's how we do it. That's how in the Christian church we do it. But the traditional way you do these sorts of things is 3, 2. The way that most of you non-religious people do it. I feel like he was calling me out there. And is like you go 3, 2, 1. You bond with a person physically, and then you see if you want to keep them around. And you decide if you want to actually keep it public, etc. And then at some point you might decide to marry. It's all backwards compared to us. And I was like, that's a bit, I thought it was a bit rude to just call out a whole group of people. But whatever, like these people are getting married the proper way. So if you need to feel better about your thing by calling out everyone else, whatever. That's like a part of why big authority structures exist, right? You can't just make your group feel good. You make every other group feel worse by comparison. And if you're only talking to your group, whatever, you can insult anyone you like. So it was interesting enough by itself. But then he also, this was weird to me because this is like, again, Christian priest. He's like the representative for the church. He's like, so I know these Syrian boys that have moved in nearby. And I was like, man, when the priest is talking about the Syrian stuff, you're like, this isn't going to go well. This isn't going to be a fun, happy, insightful look into the world. And he's like, so I've got these 2 boys and they both married 2 sisters. Like they're brothers and they're marrying 2 sisters, right? And he's like, oh yeah, it was arranged marriage. That's traditional. That's how most of the world worked, especially before this breed of Christianity, whatever. And it was like the way they do things is they get married, even though they can't speak, they can't speak each other's language. So they get married, then they physically bond, and then they learn to love each other. And he's like, they go 2-1-3. So you know, people in the real world go 3-2-1. People in other religions go 2-1-3. But you know how we do it in the good religion? 1-2-3. And it's like he made it sound like such a smart thing, but it's like you pick the numbers and you pick what they mean. Like I can just as easily say, it's kind of funny how in my system 1-2-3 is backwards, and I was annoyed by that one. Like I hate when people use fallacies to make their points. I hate when instead of like having an argument rest off the actual value of the argument, you kind of just use rhetoric devices that don't make any sense. But yeah, that was a thing I had in church today. It was a fun thing. Oh yeah, I went to a church today. It's been a while. I used to go to church every Sunday. I don't know if I've ever mentioned. I was not for like religious reasons. I guess actually specifically for religious reasons. But that's a whole fun story, perhaps for another time. I messed that one up so bad. Okay, 200 there, 202 there. Did we do that? Yeah. So 200 goes here. No, it doesn't. Oh god, we've already got maps there, but they're raw. Okay, so these maps are all worthless. Okay, just throw these to the ground. Oh, I needed the free maps up. Okay, sure, whatever. So next up, we've got these free. Yeah, we got this. So 203, 206, 207. There, and there. Does that link into that? That doesn't. So that has to be wrong. But that can't. Yeah, look at that. That is definitely wrong. You can see how it doesn't link down there either. So this probably goes up a level, if I had to guess. And then this must go somewhere else too. In fact, maybe this is just a replica of that. So 208, 209, 210. That's perfect. What's the deal with this? Oh, this is also perfect. It's just these two maps are definitely 100% in the wrong place. Remember Geographica? If so, please come back. Thank you for the super chat, Tiger Mink. Yeah, no, the whole like, I hate though when people try to like involve me in their ridiculous dramas, and that was a server of an example where people just non-stop tweeting me about like this server did this and you featured in a video. It's like I made a video on a thing, it doesn't make it my thing. Frustration equals more frustration. Can confirm, I guess. Okay, what? Okay, so this probably doesn't. This map can't go there, but it might go. Wait, oh man, I've got a huge problem with where things are right now. Okay, so let's pick up these maps just in case they're relevant. So this is just, all these water maps are going to drive me insane, by the way. I don't know how to physically put them together in a way that is... Oh, that works, right? That works. Does that work? Yeah, that just about works, I feel like. Chat, do you agree? Do you disagree? Does that fit in? It must, right? It's going... Okay, so that works there. And then we've got two more maps. This one goes up there, I reckon. Or maybe over here. Oh, yeah, it works. It works. Yeah, I reckon that has to work. And then that means that, like... it's going to be forever to find which one map we're talking about. This map, maybe? Yeah, this map goes up there. That looks like that joins perfectly, I reckon. I think we did it. I think we finally joined the maps. It's wonderful. Oh, man. That is relieving to finally... obviously, I have to fix the maps eventually, too. But it's relieving to finally be on that level. So in case you're curious, we had 225 maps we need to fill. I think we've done at least 150 now. We've just got, like, a bunch of gaps to fill in, which is a okay place to be in, I feel like. Okay, so we can use that wall as our way to expand all the way... Also, we got these maps. I'm assuming this goes there. Also, Tiger Mink says, sad face. Sad face, indeed. Sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that your face is sad. Maybe we can put this over there? Yeah, this map just doesn't go anywhere. This doesn't fit with anything, anywhere, anytime, any place, anyhow, anything. Okay, so let's grab these maps now. So these are just duplicate maps, which we don't need, so throw those down to the ground. Then we got these 3 maps, which go... Oh, I remember filling these in. What are these for? Are these for up there? Chat, when did I fill these in? Oh, wait, that has to go there, I reckon, right? Yeah, so that goes there. Yep, and then that goes there. Does that, though? That doesn't add up to me. Oh man, I'm confused. Either way, we're making progress. That's what counts. So yeah, we're gonna go all the way up to this corner here next, and we're gonna go past it. And then once we've gone past it, actually this doesn't add up with this. This can't be here. Okay, let's throw that away. That's useless too. This doesn't seem like it syncs up with that one perfectly. It's like a puzzle piece where it's not actually working correctly. I think making a map like this takes some serious dedication. Yikes, I can never do it. Yeah, that's part of the fun in some Minecraft projects. Like, it takes dedication, but, you know, who doesn't love dedication? I mean, I guess a lot of people don't love dedication. But, you know, I love dedication. Actually, you know, I'm not sure. Actually, no, I love dedication. Oh, so the other thing, again, I've just got, like, my brain's been on wedding all day. Like, you know, you're forced to, like, you know, you know. Yeah, so, I'm really sorry about this stream. Oh, it's dropping even now. So yeah, I'm really sorry. Really sorry. Oh man, it's doing it again. I'm really sorry. My internet just, because I stream, because I upload videos, I pay to have the best internet that is it's seriously good. Except sometimes it's just not, and I don't know why. And it ruins not only on a you know, audience level, but also on a business level, right? Like, on a, I would like to do the thing that I pay my internet company to do. I physically cannot. It sucks real hard. And they said it was fixed. Like, I called them up recently. Like, what the heck? Like, this isn't cool. I just want internet. I just want internet at the even half the speed that it's meant to be. Sure. And right now it's going at like a tenth of the speed randomly, disconnecting every now and then. So I'm very sorry. I don't want to provide a, you know, like, I don't want to provide a low quality product to all of you. And I feel like I've done that with my dropping in and out here. So, yeah, I'll just kind of finish up and say, one of the phrases that I heard a lot today was happy wife, happy life. And I love it because it rhymes. But I was thinking about it. And I love mnemonic devices. Oh, it might not be either, actually. I love devices, maybe. Word devices. But I love a bit of wordplay. I love a bit of, like, you know, it's the same thing, but it rhymes, and now it's different. And, oh, we gotta go way down. That's what we've done wrong. But yeah, one of the things that I love is kind of stuff like that, because you can use them to kind of mean anything. And that's why I want to reverse that meaning. So that the original meaning of that is obviously like, oh yeah, if you keep your wife happy, then you can keep your life happy. But the way I like to kind of interpret that one, perhaps, is, you know, what if instead of that way around, what if instead, okay, is this map new? I don't even know. We're going to try and make a bunch of maps around here, and they're all going to be useful somewhere. But the way I like to flip it around is like, what if happy life, happy wife? What if you live a happy life, and part of that includes having a happy wife? What if it, you can literally reverse it and reverse the entire meaning. What if to have a happy life, you need a happy wife? What if, sorry, that's what the original one implies. What if to have a happy, yeah, what if instead of having a happy life implies having a happy wife? What if you can say a happy wife comes from a happy life? If your life is unhappy, you're going to upset a significant other, right? So, yeah, I don't know. I reversed that on everyone today, and they're like, you know what? You gotta stop. You gotta stop whatever you're doing right now. This is dangerous stuff. You're getting too close to the source, Toy Cat. So yeah, thank you very much for watching today's live stream. Whatever this whole thing was, I appreciate it. I am going to now get rid of the beard. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna fly back to the map room. Because I think staring at the map kind of makes sense for this stream, right? Hey, how's it going? Says Walker Clemens. Thank you for the super chat. So we're going to go through some chat real quick. We're going to go through, was that your turn as a rapper? That was my turn as a rapper. Toy Cat, welcome to the Power Up podcast. It has been some years since someone mentioned that. But it went things. So yeah, the beard is going to go in T-minus 1 minute. If anyone has any reason why the beard should not be saved, shaved, yeah. The beard should not be shaved. And the beard should be saved. Oh, you can save a beard by not shaving it. You know, shave it or save it. That's what I always say, personally. But no, yeah, if you have a good reason, say it now. It's gonna vanish, chat. I'm sorry. It's I know it's your favorite thing in the world. It shouldn't be your favorite thing in the world. Also, did you see that the world isn't loading in really late. Maybe if I sleep, that'll fix things. But dye the beard. But yeah, no, just to show you my beard. Okay, you know what? If you've just joined the stream, You've joined into the weirdest thing. This will make no sense to you if you haven't watched any stream before, any part of the channel. I'm sorry, but this part of the stream isn't for you if you're new here. This part of the stream is for people who are kind of already here. I love the beard, no lie. Thank you, Shane. I like all the positivity about it. It makes me feel less self-conscious about growing facial hair in the future. Like, so many people have said so many positive things that I don't believe you'd say it to protect my feelings. Like, a lot of people have insulted my shoes, even though I like them, and it's like, yep, that's a thing that is just not cool for society. But a lot of people said nice things about the vid. I appreciate there's like a portion of people who like it, and I think that's cool. But I'm about to make a big change, and I want you to all be here for it, okay? I'd shave it here, but it'd go on my keyboard or something, right? I could shave it on the Minecraft Bible, but that's probably sacrilege to some number of people watching this live stream. And sacrilege is not what I usually recommend. So, I'm thinking grow the beard just a little bit more. We've actually gone to the point now, though. Okay, so this goes over there. No, it doesn't. This goes over on top of that. Up there? No, maybe this goes up on top of... Oh, man. But, yeah, I'm reckoning maybe these two just go directly above what's already there. Thoughts on Spider-Man leaving MCU? It's contract stuff, right? Like, it's basically them playing the field. This looks like it adds up, but it can't. And then that definitely does not add up. Oh, because I've done it the wrong way around. That's why. Okay, so let's try that again. This goes there, except that physically can't. So that has to go, like, to the right there, I reckon. Okay, so we move these two, and then we put that there. Hey, okay, we worked out something, and now we've just got this to go. You should keep it so you can go for a Guinness World Record for the most ping pong balls in it. Now that is a tempting offer, if I've ever heard one. Where did these go then? You know what, there's so many questions that will never be answered correctly, I think. And it's very sad. Because it supports a diverse microbiome and shaving it will be genocide, says Jira. Thank you very much for the £5. Let you know about the genocide I'm about to commit. By the way, the lines will go eventually. It's just like, it's kind of a secondary issue. Don't worry. But here's what the map looks like so far. And also, but yeah, no, the beard, like, okay. For so long, I've never grown any facial hair besides like, you know, like we're talking like that long. You know, like ridiculous amounts between a thing. But now we're gonna get rid of, like, but now it's finally starting to like grow long hairs in there too. And I'm like, okay. We can grow a beard to some extent. It just takes a month and a half. So I'm going to vanish for a bit. And when I come back, a genocide might have been committed. I've got some bad news for you, chat. How did I gain viewers during that time? How did more people come here to watch me stream while I'm not here? Is this the secret to streaming I'm missing? But I've got some bad news for you, chat. I've got some very bad news for you. I've also got hair all over my suit now. Yeah, you shouldn't shave while wearing a suit. That's a terrible idea. But I'm sorry, chat. I did this to you. And I did this to you because of my internet provider. I'm going on internet strike until my internet gets not bad. But yeah, no, thank you very much for watching the live stream. I hope you all enjoyed it. I'm sorry for committing a great crime against the chat. But yeah, I'll probably be streaming on sometime before Thursday. I've been enjoying these little late night streams. That's honestly, my streaming schedule is when I feel like streaming, which I know is bad, but it's like more fun because you get this sort of stuff going. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful time. And if you don't have a wonderful time today, I hope you have a wonderful time at some point in the future, maybe. Can you speak enchantment table? I can. Goodbye! What if I... Wait. I forgot to do this. This is one of my favorite effects. I'm just going to do it at the end here. I'm so bad at saying goodbye. It's the cool thing about streams. Okay, so... do you want to see something cool? Goodbye.